Welcome to the Response AI platform. In this tutorial, we will walk you through logging in, as well as creating, editing, and launching a survey. Begin by logging in through the website at platform.response-ai.com. The test survey for this tutorial is about issues related to getting an annual flu shot. This part of the questionnaire has been drafted for the purposes of this tutorial. When you enter the platform to program a survey, the first place you'll start is in the project dashboard. This is where you can assign members of your project team from within your organization to be included in this survey. Each of these people will then receive notifications of any message or progress update entered into the chat, as well as general updates as the survey moves through each step of the process. Our platform follows a linear process. First, draft a questionnaire. Then, once you're happy with the questionnaire, click Submit. You will then receive a test link and script confirmation. Once you walk through the test link and confirm that the questionnaire works as intended, you will then click on Confirmed. This will then launch that survey to your selected target audience for data collection. After data collection is completed, you will receive a notification that your survey has moved to reporting. It takes a few hours for data quality checks and automated generation of crosstabs and a PowerPoint deck. At that point, the crosstabs in PowerPoint will be uploaded and subsequently available in the Attached Documents section. The survey will then move to Finished. The Configuration section is where you set the basic parameters of your survey. In this sample, the survey is intended for a target audience within the United States. The survey will be in both English and Spanish. The target group includes individuals in the primary health insurance ages of 26 to 64, excluding anyone on Medicare or covered by a legal guardian's insurance policy. We have set the sample size to 1,000 respondents and set age quotas so that we end up with 35% of the sample between 26 to 34, 40% of the sample between 35 to 49, and the remaining 25% of the sample between 50 and 64 years. Also included in our specifications is a requirement to survey only people with commercial health insurance. This will exclude anyone covered under Medicare, Medicaid, VA, Indian Health Service plans, or anything other than an individual or corporate health insurance policy through themselves or their spouse. The survey specification helps to drive a couple of factors related to price, including the length of the interview. This tutorial showcases a fairly long and complex interview containing up to 60 questions. The Script It For Me service is where you, the client, can create your questionnaire in Word or PDF format and simply upload it into the system, where one of our back office personnel will then type it into the platform for you. If you are interested and able to completely enter your survey yourself, you can forego that option for a reduced price. In some cases, a client will ask us to draft a survey by uploading a list of topics or objectives and asking our team to use our expertise to create a custom questionnaire for them. This has a cost that will be determined based on the length and complexity of the questionnaire. Report options typically include data, crosstabs, and the PowerPoint report. Data files can be in SPSS, Excel, or CSV formats. A standard report includes one slide per survey question, plus an upfront goals and methodology page. If you would like us to write text explaining the data on each, that can also be done at an incremental cost. A full report and presentation of the data is a managed services project which will require custom pricing. Open-end coding, which is seen in our example survey, is priced at 10 cents per question per respondent. Crosstabs can be generated in multiple languages. When working on international projects, it is sometimes helpful to generate crosstabs and a report version in their native language, for instance when an American company does research on consumers in China or Japan. As long as the survey has been entered in both languages, the output can be generated in the second language. Banners can be defined off any question in the survey simply by creating groups out of the response choices for that question. If we need to weight the data to balance the sample, we specify the questions from the survey that will be used for weighting. For more information on weighting, feel free to contact us at hello@response-ai.com or dialogue with your production assistant through the platform chat window. Back in the questionnaire, we have already programmed many of the elements needed. This includes the initial age screen, which will terminate any individuals who are not between the ages of 25 and 64. Additional screening, such as excluding certain industries, locations, or gender, as seen here, can also be programmed. Here, we've specifically asked what type of health insurance coverage the respondent has, echoing our upfront screening criteria. Next, we have a series of questions here on various medical procedures or tests that the respondent may have had done in recent years. By clicking the Preview button on any question, the programmer is able to see exactly what it will look like on the screen for the survey respondent in both desktop and mobile format. Editing questions is simple. For instance, perhaps you want to remove the word routine. Once edits are made, you can resubmit the survey to update the test link. Since this survey is also in Spanish, you can click over to the Spanish version to see the corresponding translation and make an edit to that version as well. This questionnaire contains a set of messages encouraging an annual flu shot. You see here a question where the respondent is asked to sort these into their preferred order. Next, a custom JavaScript is built in to present these messages as a randomized loop. As each message is presented, the respondent is asked to rate that message with a series of attributes. Questions may be added at any point in the survey simply by clicking the Add Question button. Response AI includes all typical question types. These include single-choice questions, multiple selection questions, open-end input, including open-end numeric such as a zip code, grids, which can be either single or multiple choice by row or by column, rank drag and drop, demonstrated earlier, a constant sum, such as numbers that have to sum to 100%, a semantic differential, in which a respondent moves a slider between points of a scale, such as liberal to conservative, as well as a maxdiff task. Maxdiff is a specialized analytical technique featuring a long list of features or attributes or arguments around a product or an idea. Respondents are shown sets of these, typically in groups of 4 or 5, and asked which one they like best and which least. This can be helpful on any question that has a rating scale by forcing the respondent to tell you which they like least. Additionally, our system supports your own predefined question library, allowing you to access your own questions that you have used in previous questionnaires by dragging and dropping them into your current survey. This example shows a client's previously used question on pest control. While this is a randomized list, which, when displayed, will list all non-fixed items in a random order from one respondent to the next, we still always want Other, All of the Above, and None to appear at the end of the list. That option is supported inside the tool here by the list parameters, by setting these options to a fixed location where All of the Above is also exclusive. A respondent that checks this box cannot check any other box. Additionally, Other is selected as an Other type, where we can choose to require a specification from the respondent. Once we have finished our questionnaire, we have the ability to easily export it to a Word document. That Word document can be shared with your team for any final comments or for approval, as well as for your records. For our platform clients, the logo in the upper left-hand corner can be changed to your company's name or logo. We can also edit the color scheme and font to match your brand. When the questionnaire is fully configured and meets your requirements, click the Submit button. Once you submit, this will generate a test link, as well as a quota link, which allows you to track the questionnaire in real time. Let's take a look at a questionnaire that's in field today. The Austin Community Survey is done every year. The survey measures attitudes and experiences of the population of the greater Austin metropolitan area. Within the dashboard, we're able to check the test link and see the actual respondent experience. In this survey, respondents have the option to choose between the English or Spanish variant. The quota link shows us in real time how the questionnaire is proceeding. Out of a goal of 800 interviews, we are currently at 649 completed. Quotas have been completed in Bastrop and Williamson counties, which leaves us primarily focused on getting additional respondents in Travis County. This is a public survey which will be widely disseminated in the media in Austin early in 2024. This concludes our introductory tutorial into the Response AI platform. But your journey doesn't have to end here. There are many other powerful features in the system, including advanced quota settings, randomization of lists, filtering of questions based upon responses to previous questions, as well as the inclusion of logos or brand product images inside the body of the questionnaire. So don't dream it, do it, and let us help you deliver speed to insight. Thank you for viewing this tutorial, and remember to subscribe for easy access to all the resources you need to make your next survey with Response AI a success. For more information, or to schedule a live demo, please visit our website at www.response-ai.com or email us at hello@response-ai.com.